Hello ladies and gentlemen, Luthau here, and welcome to the first of many Warhammer Odyssey patch notes overview, where we're looking into depth as much as possible in each patch notes that are released to the game. So before we start, I just want to say I do apologise for not uploading as much. Just leveling is taking a lot longer than it normally would, but I'll try and bring out different content just like this, where I'll be as much informative as possible. So I hope this helps, and enjoy. Classes. So first up is Witch Hunter. Flawless and Strike will no longer consume Mark if you miss. That's a huge buff, considering that every time you missed it would consume it, so good on those people who are using that ability. Of course, if you're using the other ability, it doesn't affect you whatsoever. Reduce stun duration and increase cooldowns. It doesn't say on which skills or abilities it affects, so I would check which abilities you think that have been changed, and hopefully it's not a huge nerf. Warrior Priest. So the only thing that's changed on the Warrior Priest is the healer tree, where Protective Blessing, initial armor health buff has been reduced slightly, buff duration has been increased, enhancements have been spread out slightly. So from my understanding, the duration didn't last that long, but they've buffed it enough so it lasts at least 2 minutes if you fully spec into it. But if you don't spec into it, it only lasts a minute, so in my opinion it's quite a big buff. Same with the Blessing of Fortunes, initial armor health buff has been reduced slightly, duration has been increased, enhancements have been spread out slightly. So the same as the Protective Blessing, so depending which one you prefer to go to, they're both pretty decent buffs in my opinion. I'm not sure what you guys think. Lastly, Archmage. This only affects one of the Archmage skill trees. So infusing Bolt now restores target's energy based on the damage of the Archmage receives. I don't play Archmage, so if you guys do, comment down below if you think this is a buff or a nerf. Quests. So the main highlight in this one is in Dragwell Forest in the top right corner. The fast travel is now available once you complete the quest. It's a very simple quest, as you'll see. It's basically repairing a raft with like 3 sticks, and then after you've done that, you've unlocked the fast travel, so you no longer have to fast travel to the top left to then just walk through bears and all that stuff. You can just easily unlock it in fast travel, as well as repeat requests now only reward experience on completion. So basically any repeatables that gave like currency or anything else other than that, they no longer do, so that's a bit of a sad thing. And they also, items being picked up from various quests have increased, and they also respawn faster. So the one quest where you had to pick up 5 vines, that is now fixed, so you can now complete it. NPCs added missing vendors and blacksmiths in the wasteland. Now, there's a false in this patch note. Blacksmiths are not in the wasteland still. I've looked on the map and they're not even there. You cannot find them, so that's going to have to be hotfixed. As well as the food vendor is still missing, so there's still no food vendor. So you're still going to have to fast travel back and forward to a blacksmith and a food vendor if you're going to want to restock and repair. The only thing they've added is the class vendors, which are spread out quite a lot, but they are worth going to as they sell over the cap of the max level, which is 40 currently, so you can stockpile on high level gear that also they sell high rarity for, so that's good as well. Items. Drop rate for remarkable gear has been increased. If you don't know what remarkable gear is, it's the green rarity, which is good because I did feel like common was dropping way too common, pun not intended. So it's nice that the green rarity has been upped. Hopefully we'll see those a bit more often. Enemies. So more mods required for certain quests have been added to reduce camping, which is a good thing. So people will get annoyed with people killing a mob that it needs to kill over and over again. They're lucky enough to read more now, so again that's to reduce camping. increasing the amount of damage from elemental damage over time effects. So that means, like, for example, the Dark Elf Witches, their poison does a lot more damage now. So if I'm correct, with me, it used to do 2 damage per tick, but now that it's doing like 20, so that's quite a big difference. And then the balance of health of Dark Elves in the Wasteland. So basically, if you saw in my last part of my leveling series, some elves were too easy to kill, even like the 2 skull ones, and I realised it was actually based on their armour. So here's a comparison of the 2. If you see before the patch and then after the patch, they're a lot slower to kill now than they are before, so it makes sense to why they would balance it. UI, disable double tap to inspect clicking on players to make it easier to target allies during combat. That is good, because it was annoying when I double click to target the enemy and then I double click the ally instead and I inspect them, which then, yeah, you can get the idea. Systems. So for those interested in it, the graphics settings have changed a lot to make it more clear on what you can adjust, as well as unlocking the FPS, so you can have it so it can be at 60 FPS. But they just say, please note that the it can increase battery drain as well as cause low-end devices to overheat. But of course, if you're using like a emulator, so like BlueStacks or Nox, this won't affect you much. And lastly, bug fixes. So that's it for the patch notes overview. I hope this was very helpful. If you like it, give me a like and leave a comment down below on like what I can improve or what you liked about the patch overview. So with that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.